Oh, here's Russell Brand having lunch with Ben Shapiro.
So, in this clip, Emily and Sam of the Majority Report are going to talk about Ben Shapiro and Russell Brand, who are having a friendly chat and a coffee together. What incisive commentary will the Majority Report bring us?
I mean, I'm looking at the stats on human happiness, and that's not what I see across the West. I'm seeing rising, but put aside the suicidal ideation, I'm seeing fewer people than ever in married relationships, which marriage actually correlates pretty highly with happiness. Fewer people than ever having kids. Fewer people than ever even in a relationship, period.
Everything Ben said there is correct. It's well known by anyone looking at historical global trends.
Right.
There's another double espresso.
Thank you that that's happened, because look at how much I consume. Even as a, thank you very much, as even in recovery, consume, you.
Well, you're a high
moderate.
energy dude. You're a high energy dude. So.
How would we do with them marshmallow tests, Ben? No, we're going to leave these 2 marshmallows here.
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah.
But if you wait 5 minutes, give me those marshmallows. Where are they kept?
This is kind of cringe for me, if I'm honest. I never found Russell Brand that funny. I like to listen to his eloquent speech, and he has a certain charm, but his humor just isn't for me a lot of the time.
I mean, this is actually a more practical question. So you have a couple of kids. So what drove you to have kids? I mean, because this is a big question in the West now. Why should you have kids, right? The economic reward for having kids stopped existing about 2 centuries ago in the West, because it used to be that they were farm laborers. And so there was and you also had to, calculate against the possibility that a couple of them would die in infancy. And so a lot of people would have a lot of kids. And then literally everywhere on planet Earth.
A very uncontroversial statement by Ben that's completely supported by the facts.
What he's referring to is not what I would apply in terms of my analysis to the reason that maybe people are more reticent to have kids in today's America.
Oh God. Of course she's got to disagree with this basic known fact. I swear, every time she opens her mouth, she says something completely stupid. I guess Sam just keeps her around because she's a semi-pretty face.
It's not that there's not an economic reward for having children. It's that there is a incredible strain on your resources because we have gotten rid of our social structures to such a degree. Income inequality has become so rampant that supporting children financially and being responsible and doing so makes it's a lot more difficult.
He said 2 centuries ago. It's more difficult to have children now than 2 centuries ago, according to this complete buffoon. Just to use my country, Ireland, as an example of how ridiculous this is, even after a fucking famine, Ireland's birth rate was still much higher than it is today. Am I supposed to believe that I'm not better off today than my ancestors were 2 centuries ago? Has the economic situation not improved? Come on, this is stupid. Even for the Majority Report. Look how strong the correlation is between poverty-ridden nations and birth rates. Just a note, in the first map, white means no data, so the correlation is even stronger than the images suggest. And actually, we don't have to surmise the reason people aren't having children, because Pew did a study which answers this very question. As you can see, 56% of people who don't have kids said that they just don't want to. Note that this survey was done during COVID, while the economy was precarious. So I would speculate that financial reasons in normal times would be even a lower percentage. So Ben is right and she's completely wrong.
When in reality, it's just like an obvious response to more dire economic circumstances because of conservative neoliberal policies like that Shapiro has advocated for.
As I've just shown, that's completely wrong. The rich irony here is that Emma falls into that majority. She's approaching 30 and doesn't have any kids, from what I can tell. Is Sam not paying you enough, Emma? Or is it that you, just like the majority of people without kids, just don't want to have one?
I mean, I'm glad that he found meaning and loves his children.
That's great.
That's great.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
You should stay off
The
of...
clip I found boring.
Yeah. He's just
The
not
interesting part was
You don't have to watch it. Ben Shapiro and Russell Brand are 2 friends innocuously having a friendly chat, happily talking about their families, while these two miserable losers, one childless and one divorced, are desperately trying to pick holes in their casual conversation and failing miserably. This is a microcosm of a general trend that conservatives are happier than liberals.
The
Not
interesting
interesting.
part was that they left in the waiter coming by with the coffee.
Yeah, that
they
was
could
so
show
weird.
I mean,
how friendly he is.
That was banter.
Thank you.
Okay,
Right.
sorry. There's another double espresso.
Thank you that that's happened, because look at how much I consume, even as a thank you very much.
Yeah, that's so weird. He thanked a waiter. How pathetic do they have to be to assert that this was some kind of staged act?
The
Not
interesting
interesting.
part was that they left in the waiter coming by with the coffee.
Yeah, that
they
was
could
so
show
weird.
How,
I mean,
how friendly he is.
That was banter.
Thank you.
Banter.
Thank you.
Wow, that impersonation was fantastic. He did say thank you. Hilarious. Oh wait, does Sam Cedar actually think he's funny?
One thing I noticed is that Ben looked different in a
Skinny jeans?
outside of his studio setting. I'm not saying bad,
These
just
bros wearing skinny
different.
jeans.
What do you mean?
He looks the lighting is not that favorable to him there. It just looks different than his studio. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I mean he's a
He
horrible
looks ugly,
person.
is what you're
so-
saying.
Yes.
Except she said he doesn't look bad. That's literally not what she's saying. But she agrees anyway, like a moron. Is this the standard of commentary we expect from the Majority Report? Oh, Ben Shapiro looks different. Not bad, but... Oh, you mean he's ugly? Yeah.